Hello and welcome. So, today we will be exploring a critical component of the educational landscape, which is the school environment. So, by the end of this lesson, we have three specific objectives. First is we will identify the key components of the school environment, which includes its physical facilities, its social climate, and its safety protocols. We will be looking at this as defined by official Department of Education policies and relevant academic literature. Second, we will learn how to observe the characteristics of a school environment using a systematic frameworks, which is a fundamental skill for field study 1. And third, we will recognize the critical role that a well maintained, safe, and inclusive school environment plays in supporting not just the holistic development of learners but also effective teaching practice. So let's begin. So we are still in our Unit 1 of our course, Theory to Practice, Observing Learners in Classrooms in the Philippine Education System, and today our focus is on Part B, which is the school environment. So understanding this environment is where theory meets practice. So as future educators, we need to see how educational concepts are actually applied within the walls of our schools. So let's start with a fundamental question. What is a school environment? So it is much more than just a building. The school environment encompasses the entire ecosystem where learners develop academically, socially, emotionally, and physically. It includes the physical spaces, the social relationships between students and teachers, and the psychological atmosphere. So, for us as pre service teachers, understanding this environment is essential. So, as Lucas et al. In 2020 point out, it directly influences both our teaching effectiveness and our learners' outcomes. We will now dive into the physical school environment, starting right in the classroom with the layout and design. So first, consider the teacher's table and work area. So it should be strategically positioned for full visibility of all learners and organized for easy access to instructional materials. So this arrangement also allows for greater teacher mobility during the lessons so we can move around and provide individual support. Next is the student sitting arrangement. So this is not just about putting desk in rows. So it should be arranged to promote collaboration while minimizing distractions. So a good seating plan is flexible, allowing for individual work, pair work, and group activities, and it also must consider visual and auditory access for all learners, ensuring that no one is left out. Continuing with the physical environment, let's look at wall displays and visual aids. So, as per DepEd Order number 21, series of 2023, displays should be purposeful and aligned with current lessons. It's not just about making the room look pretty, but it's about supporting learning. Showcasing learner work, for example, is a powerful way to build confidence and a sense of ownership. So, similarly, anchor charge and instructional posters serve as ongoing references for students. Finally, we have learning materials and resources. So, books, manipulatives, and equipment should be accessible to learners. So, having organized storage systems encourages students to be more independent. That allows them to get materials they need and return them properly. Now let's step outside the classroom and look at the school-wide physical facilities that support the entire student body. So first is the library or learning resource center. So its purpose is to provide access to books, references, and a quiet space for study. This facility is vital for promoting independent research and strong reading skills. Next is the canteen or cafeteria. So this isn't just a place to eat, but This is a place that offers nutritious meals and serves as a social gathering space. And this supports both the health and social development of our learners. And we can't forget the covered walkways. So these simple structures protect students from the sun and rain during transitions, ensuring their safety and comfort as they move around the campus. So here are a few more key facilities. So common areas or kiosks provide spaces for study, socialization, and group activities, encouraging collaborative learning outside the formal classroom setting. So washing areas, a practical but essential feature. So they promote good hygiene practices and support health awareness among the students. Next is the clinic or health office that provides first aid and health monitoring services, of course, that ensure the overall well being of learners. And finally, we have the guidance office. So, this offers counseling and learner support services that address the social emotional needs of the students and providing crucial support when they need it the most. Now we move from the physical to the social and psychological environment, the climate of the school. The first characteristic of a positive school climate is mutual respect. So this is a two-way street. So teachers must demonstrate respect for their learners' dignity and individuality, and in turn, learners show respect for teachers, staff, and their peers. Second is cooperation and support. Collaborative learning should be encouraged among students, and systems like peer support and body programs that can foster a strong sense of community and help struggling learners. So let's look at a few more vital characteristics. So we need to cultivate student autonomy and belonging. So this means that giving learners age appropriate choices and responsibilities. So when all students feel valued and included, they are more likely to engage and succeed. Next is we must also ensure gender fair learning opportunities. So this involves encouraging equal participation for all genders and actively challenging gender stereotypes in our materials and daily interactions. Finally, there should be a constant recognition of individual strengths. So diverse talents and abilities should be acknowledged and celebrated, providing multiple pathways to success for learner. So a safe environment is a prerequisite for learning. Let's discuss the legal framework for learner protection. The most important is the Ed Order number 40 series of 2012 or the Child Protection Policy. So this policy strictly prohibits all forms of violence, abuse, and exploitation. It establishes reporting and intervention mechanisms to protect every learner's right to a safe and nurturing educational environment. Building on that is DepEd Order number 006, a series of 2026. So this newer order establishes unified guidelines for safe and motivating learning environments, consolidating child protection and school safety measures to provide clear standards for the quality of our school environment. In addition, we have DepEd Order number 007, series of 2024, which focuses on school-based management. This order underscores the shared duty of the entire school community, which are the teachers, parents, administrators, to promote environments that are safe, secure, inclusive, resilient, and learner-centered. It empowers schools to make local decisions to best meet the needs of their specific context. On a more operational level, schools implement specific safety protocols. These are the concrete measures that keep our students secure. Let's review a few. We have bug inspection. So, Bug inspection is often mandatory using non-contact methods like I mean handheld metal detectors or scanners. Visitor registration is also a standard requirement to know who is entering the school premises. We have vehicle inspection at entry points adds another layer of security. We have CCTV cameras that are installed in strategic locations to monitor the campus. Finally, we have regulations regarding mobile phone use, often restricting them during instructional hours to minimize distractions and maintain a focused learning environment. Another critical aspect of school safety is a clear bullying intervention system. So, as the table shows, not all incidents are treated the same. We have level 1 offenses like profanity or minor disruptive behavior are classified as minor acts and typically result in a written reprimand and parental summons. We have level 2, uh, more serious, such as theft, slight injury, or stalking, and can lead to suspension for up to 5 days or non readmission. We have level 3 offenses. These are severe and complex that involves drugs, weapons, or sexual assault. These grounds for exclusion and referral to appropriate law agencies. So having a clear graduated system like this ensures that consequences are proportionate and that students understand the gravity of their actions. In conclusion, the school environment truly is the foundation of effective teaching and learning. It is a complex mix of physical spaces, social relationships, psychological climate, and safety protocols. A positive and safe environment helps learners feel a sense of belonging, stay engaged, and take the academic risk necessary for growth. For us as pre-service teachers, observing these elements is a crucial first step. It builds the skill we need to eventually create inclusive and motivating classroom of our own. As Deped Order number 006, a series of 2026 emphasizes, this is a shared responsibility that requires teamwork among teachers, parents, administrators, and the wider community. Ultimately, our role as pre-service teachers begins with observation, deepens through reflection, and is applied in practice. And that wraps up our lesson for today. I want to say a huge thank you for taking the time to watch and listen. And I hope this presentation gave you valuable insights that you can carry with you as you continue your journey in Field Study 1 and beyond. Remember, every observation we make now is an investment in our future classrooms. Keep learning, keep reflecting, and keep showing up for your students even before you have them. Thank you once again, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care and God bless.